Horn salute and greetings. Check that out. Yeah, it's off. It's off for a motherfucking reason. That's right. I got it off for a reason. Yesterday, again, I had one of my project videos. I had to take the time to be a creative person. I had to think out a process. And my video gets clipped up again because of some bullshit terroristic organization crap. I want to talk about a 50-year war. That's right, a 50-year war. The squid piece of shit in Donkeyland wasn't even born, probably, in this time frame. Some jerk-off millennial or some Sub-Zero Gen Zero squid fuck who says that my video is about a terrorist organization. I've been waiting for a time. There's been a certain Slayer song. There's certain songs you can use, but I've been waiting from the perspective of a rock-throwing kid that grew up. See, these kids at one time a few years back were throwing rocks at tanks. Well, now they're growing up and they have better weapons. And they've watched their fathers and grandfathers do this. Again, we're talking about a 50-year war. Now, kind of what started this, the Gaza Strip blows up, and these are people. In fact, they're in the largest open-air prison in the world. I think there's 2.5 million people in this little bitty strip. Their movements are controlled, what you can get in and out and all that. I mean, it's controlled by another state. I'm not going to say a whole lot because I don't want to offend anybody or get shit turned off or another video pulled, but this certain state also, they have a lot of pull in media and banking. I'm going to leave it at that. So anyway, what I've tried to express gently, and I have managed to step on some toes, and I'm surprised elsewhere some videos, and in fact one was so questionable. The lyrics from the Slayer song, I admit, was pretty harsh and it could be taken out of context. To me, it's just fucking art. Didn't bother me at all, but some squid born here not too long ago that don't remember something. Remember Yasser Arafat 50 years ago, guys? This shit been going on for more than 50 years. Pulls my shit. No, I got Israeli TV. And they're sitting there says, we attacking the terrorists. We attacked. We shoot bombs at the terrorists. We blew up the terrorists with the airplane. We've labeled people. Those ain't terrorists. Those are human fucking beings. Now, me, as a creator, as an artist, and I work in this fucked up media platform, they can show news to you all day long, but if I take something and I want to show it to you through another person's eyes, I get in trouble. Oh yeah, there's people crying, screaming, they're carrying people in the streets going fucking crazy. I think what got me in trouble, some guys with this green tape around their fucking half-ass military hardware. I mean, we're talking about a fourth-rate army here. Those guys down in Africa could probably come in and kick these guys' ass, okay? Get what I'm saying? We're talking about fourth-rate. Hey, they got their little Toyota truck, and they got 4 little tubes on it. They're really proud of that fucking rocket launcher. You know, we're used to seeing these big, mega fucking Russian rockets. Yeah, these guys got 4 little tubes on their truck to shoot their little rockets. It's like a little 4th of July display. Got their little machine guns and their chants and shit. But if I sit here working in media trying to show you their perspective, and I'm not even saying that, I'm putting a little, not even a minute long short video. That's a terroristic organization, no, and you can't fucking do that. Well, who fucking says that? So ask the old lady, well, who owns media? Who owns Google? Well, YouTube, Google, it's all connected. Western people, English-speaking Westerns, I said white, but most inclusive, and there's certain people that run media and banking. Oh, yeah, and then I've heard, too, we've got to have a global censorship on what's wrong. Because we don't want to offend anybody. Fuck the real news. Even this Tucker guy who gets fired, he said we'd been getting lied to. And I said, well, no shit, dude. We've been getting lied to before and during and after Joseph Goebbels' tenure. Goebbels took it to a new level. I can't, these people, I don't know how to keep a straight face. There's one guy of color, and every time he signs off on the little YouTube thing, he always got this little snicker, it's like, Yeah, but then there's another guy who was a press secretary. He done sold out years ago, and he, just here it is. Here's the news, and it's the same thing. Like, why you do it? I don't give a fuck when I'm just here for a paycheck. I like my money. I like the fame. I'm on TV. Oh yeah, I'll do things against my will for that paycheck, and I'll tell so many lies it becomes the truth. It's like the war in Iraq, and I'm not I'm very patriotic. I love my country. I'm disgusted with what I see going on right now. I hang my head in shame. I hang my head in shame at my country right now. But when I make a video, I try to be sensitive because I'm a veteran. I don't want to piss off any vets. But at the same time, I see things a little different than most because I'm not buying into this media lie bullshit. These are people. Let's be for real, man. If you roll through my hood with a bunch of tanks and machine guns and troops, you come in and kick my fucking door in the middle of the night, rough me up, you embarrass me in front of my woman and friends, I'm going to blow you up. I'm going to fight you back, man. It's human nature. We turn enemies. People that would be our friends, we make them enemies. We're pretty fucking good at this in this country. We're real good just because they terrorist insurgents. No, they're fighting for their hoods. They're fighting for their families. Communist guerrillas in the jungle. No, they're fighting for a homeland. They're fighting for a way of life, their freedom. Yeah, we live in a culture of labels. And it's so easy. Der Juden. Hey, ich bin nicht Juden. You heard that shit back in Germany. Der Juden. Yeah, Jesus Christ, you see what happens. And after all this matters, do certain lies matter anymore? I don't think so. Oh, Jesus, God, here's a race card for you. We've got to throw a race card in this too, by the way. I mean, we're talking about terrorisms. Who's the real terrorist, though? The people fighting for freedom or the goddamn media? A Marine, a guy who's out of the service, a Marine is always a Marine, but an ex-Marine. On a subway, there was obviously a black dude who was disruptive, whatever, but he wasn't doing no harm, but he was making suggestions to harm. Either way, this guy got choked out, held down, and he ends up dying. And now they're going to crucify this guy who did the chokehold. Yeah, it was a mega fucking chokehold, man. I tell you what, Dana White ought to sign this motherfucker up. Badass jiu-jitsu, dude. I didn't see a video, but I've seen enough of this bullshit. Even my city's not immune. Some old guy shoots a kid. Now this kid's got an invite to fucking Washington, D.C. What if the roles were reversed? Who would give a fuck then? Who's the real terrorist? If I go here to punch in a certain war, all I get is one-sided view. I can't even punch in a certain unit group or anything from the other side. It's not there. Who's the fucking terrorist? And here's another thing I'm going to close out. The real terrorist, fuck you. The real terrorist motherfucker is the one who controls the media that lies to us, that controls the banking that's starving us, that controls the jobs overseas, letting people come into the goddamn country, to take what little jobs are left in housing. We already have a housing problem. Those are the real fucking terrorists. The people who control us. The people who make decisions. I think you're the fucking terrorist. How can a person be proud of your nation? It's such a shithole like this. I never in my wildest dreams would ever believe there would be a homeless problem. Like the open air drug use. Jesus Christ, they used to throw us in jail, dump our beer out. Cuff us and stuff us. Now you just fuck it, let it go. Money over lives. Yeah, I think Solomon's right, and ain't nothing changed under the sun. Who's the real terrorist? Is it some guy fighting for his family, a better way of life? He wants a job. He wants to be able to some money to feed himself. But it takes kids to spill the blood. It takes kids to do the rocks at the tanks. Then you got some motherfucker that got jets. Boom, precision airstrike. You got precision missiles and Iron Dome defense. You got some hood militia. They got 4 little tubes on the back of their Toyota. Kind of like little bottle rockets. They killed the head missile dude in this place, and it was a big deal. Nah, sooner or later, you're gonna make these people mad. I'm attacked by a cat again. Make these people mad. Now, here's the thing, though. If they really had some balls, take some troops in, start clearing the buildings one by one, street by street, room by room. They don't have the army to do it. They down 2.5 million people in those hoods, and those close hoods and shit. Oh God, can you imagine the slaughter? Yeah, they don't have the troops for it, so it's easier just to shoot missiles at women and children. Oh, hold on, they're labels. We have labeled them. Yeah, I think it's sickening. At least the news that I'm seeing, that forces of Russia struck at the armed forces of Ukraine. They don't use enemy, combatant, insurgent. It's the armed forces. Instead of this dweeb fuck asshole saying terrorist, we fired some rockets into the people of Palestine that live in Gaza as a strike. Label them as people. They want to be an independent, free people. What the fuck's wrong with that? We all want that. That is a basic human right. I think something that South Africa called apartheid is the same thing they compare it to. We all want our own freedom, a freedom of choice, freedom of movement. We all want our own homeland. So you tell me, motherfuckers, who's the fucking terrorist? They look behind my back. My country don't even, my own fucking country don't even recognize my service. Got in some trouble, I'll come up short, none of your fucking business, Buck. Even though I'm a paratrooper, and I'm beret qualified, humped, and all this other shit, I do not get taps. 21 good, you know what? I don't even get a fucking flag. Nah, I don't even get a flag for my funeral. So when I die, there's my flag behind me, and that's a big fuck you. Yeah, some donkey fuck pulls my video. Dude, I've been watching this shit for 50 fucking years. It's a 50-year war. You think after 50 years, you fucking squids out there could come up with an answer? I bet I could. Free them Palestinian motherfuckers, man. Everybody wants some freedom. Let's stop labeling human beings, okay? Peace out, man. Have a great day.